Hey guys, welcome back to another Thursday update video. They're back after a 2-week break. I was actually gone on vacation to Germany. I went to a place called Garmisch-Partenkirchen in southern Germany near Bavaria. Awesome place. If you guys ever been there before, if you live in Germany and you know of the place, really cool place. But you guys don't care about that. You guys care about today's update, which is actually something I really care about too, because today's update is really cool. It's the update that brings the Forthos dungeon. As you can see from the picture right here, the Forthos dungeon is not one of those small dungeons with not a lot going on. This is a big dungeon, kind of comparable to Taverley Dungeon, with lots of NPCs, lots of monsters to kill, and then actually a new boss as well, which I'll show you a bit later on. So on the right side of the picture here, we have a key that has 3 different sections. We have the 3 new NPCs, Brother Aimeri, Albertus, and Eowyn, which Eowyn, Lord of the Rings, by the way. And then in the middle section there, we have the different rooms. And then in the very bottom, we have the 3 different monsters you guys can kill inside of the dungeon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk around the dungeon, show you guys everything the dungeon has to offer. Again, this is a day of release video. So in the future, new things actually may be added to the dungeon. And actually, people may discover new things as well that are already in here that I don't cover in this video. So if you guys do discover something, or if you find something that I didn't mention in the video, I didn't cover, then please let me know in the comment section below. And as usual, let me know what you guys think of today's update in the comment section below as well. So let's check out the Forthos dungeon. The Forthos dungeon can be found in the Hasidius region on Zaya. Now in terms of getting here, you guys can use the Watson teleport scrolls, the Woodcutting Guild teleport on your skills necklace or jewelry box, your Xerix Glade talisman, or you can also use your Hasidius teleport on your Karet's memoirs. The first thing you'll see when you go down the stairs are these purple vines. When you enter these purple vines, it's going to take you straight into the catacombs of Karen, which is close to the King Sand Crabs and Dust Devils. To the east of the entrance, we have a room full of these things called Undead druids. Undead druids are a new NPC that are a more powerful variant of Chaos druids found in various sections of the Forthos dungeon. Undead druids are pretty powerful monsters, however their drop table is very impressive. You guys can negate all damage against these by praying magic and not standing in melee range. However, if you're standing in melee range and praying magic, you'll still take some damage, however not as much. But these things are especially amazing for Iron Man, of course, because this game is becoming very Iron Man based, obviously. They have a noted drop table of Wine of Zammies, Eyes of Newts, Potato Cactus, Red Spider Eggs, and White Berries. They also drop Battle Stabs, a full set of runes, also herbs and seeds as well. And later on, I'm going to explain in this video, they also drop these things called Tattered Pages and Grubby Keys, which are needed to unlock some of the content inside of this dungeon. At the very end of the room is something called a Stone Relief. Now, you need a temple coin to actually enter inside of this room, but you have to kill an NPC to get it, and he's going to be found later on in the dungeon. If you run further to the east, you guys will find a temple door. Now, when you open this temple door, it's actually going to slam shut and lock behind you. You need a temple key to get through it again. I'll show you guys how to get that temple key later on inside of the video. Once you guys go up the ladder, it's just another entrance into the Forthos dungeon, just to the east of the ruins. Further to the south of the ladder is a room called the Spider Den. Inside of the Spider Den, we have a lot of these things called Temple Spiders. Temple Spiders are a way, of course, to get red spider eggs and also some other drops as well. Mainly, I'd say, just some herbs and seeds at the moment. There's also 10 red spider egg spawns on the ground, so if you guys are looking for a way to collect red spider eggs that isn't somewhere that is called the Temple of Life or that place in the Kramja volcano, this is a pretty decent spot to do it. If you continue to run south, there's going to be a small little passage blocked by a couple of spider webs. If you guys have a slash weapon, you can make your way through these spider webs and enter a small little chamber here. In the east side, we have a small chamber of undead druids that is blocked by some spider webs. If you guys continue here, you're going to see this guy called Brother Aimeri. So when you guys meet Brother Aimeri for the first time, he's actually going to be injured. And in order to talk to him some more, you guys need to give him some food. In my case, I just gave him the 5 sharks I had in my inventory. He's going to heal back up to full. Now, once he's healed back up to full, after you've given him enough food, he's actually going to tell you a lot, not only about himself, but also about the history and lore behind the dungeon. While talking to him, you guys can start a new mini quest called In Search of Knowledge. Now, this mini quest involves you finding books inside the temple library, which you guys will find later, and then filling these books with pages that you get as drops from the monsters inside of the dungeon. You guys can actually turn in these drops for XP books in the Arceus library, I believe. If you'd like more information on it, make sure to check out the OSRS wiki and look up the In Search of Knowledge mini quest. If we continue further south into the dungeon, we finally come across the new boss in the game called Sarachnis. Now, Sarachnis is the mother of the temple spiders and is at the moment a mid-level boss that you guys can kill in a group or solo. The thing is, you guys actually can't go in here as an instance. So if you guys are an Iron Man at the moment, unlucky, every room is absolutely packed because everyone is trying to kill this new Sarachnis boss. Sarachnis actually has a couple of cool drops. The first one, of course, is the new boss pet called the Sriracha. Yes, the boss pet for this boss is called the Sriracha boss pet. It's another spider pet, just like Venenos, except it follows the Sarachnis boss. It's actually kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually kind of a funny name. Sriracha. Either way, a new boss pet is in the game, so if you guys would like to have a new spider pet, make sure you guys start hunting the Sarachnis boss. The second one is the Sarachnis Cudgel. The Sarachnis Cudgel is a new, I think, best in slot one-handed crush weapon. I actually, best in slot, I'm not really totally sure at the moment. There's not many in the game at the moment. I think they're going for like 10 mil plus. Of course, this is day of release, so everything is going to be more expensive. But again, it's a one-handed crush weapon, which I think is better than the Vorgora's chain mace, and it actually doesn't degrade. You don't have to recharge it in any way, shape, or form, which is really nice. As you can see from the clip in the background, I'm an Iron Man, of course, so I'm not going to get the drops here. I just wanted to check it out for myself on this account. Now, the thing is, if you're in a group here, you're actually going to DPS it out pretty quickly. If you guys are all here, you kill it fairly quickly. If you're soloing, it's a bit more difficult because you have to worry about these things. You got the mage minions, the ranger minions, the spawns that it has. The boss will actually also freeze you in place with the spider webs that it hurls out. So at the moment, soloing really is impossible, like I said, because everybody's killing it. But if you do end up soloing it in the future, I'm sure there's going to be videos out on YouTube on how to kill it in a solo. Now, the cool thing about the boss is that it's actually very, very strong against magic and ranged attacks. So finally, there's a boss in the game that has a high magic defense that, which makes the T-bow useless. The blowpipe is useless, so you guys have to use melee to kill this boss. I think Crush at the moment is the best thing to use, so if you have a scythe, use a scythe. Elder Maul, Bludgeon, Hosta, whatever you guys are using, you probably kill with a whip too in a group as well. But gear-wise, make sure you guys are wearing melee gear that has good crush bonus, and you should kill it fairly well. I'm sure in the future I'm probably going to make a separate video on Sarachnis, a loot video, how to kill a video, whatever. I think somebody's probably going to beat me to it already, so if you guys just go to YouTube and you type in OSRS Sarachnis kill, you'll probably find a bunch of new videos on it as well. But the boss itself seems pretty cool at the moment. If you guys have killed it yourself, if you guys have gotten any cool drops from it, let me know in the comment section below how you like the boss. If you head back up to Brother Aimeri and then take the passage west, you're going to follow a long winding passage all the way to the west of the dungeon where you're going to find a grubby chest. I think you need 57 thieving first of all to open the door to get to the chest. And then of course you need a grubby key to open the grubby chest, kind of like the crystal key in Taverley. At the moment the loot is kind of unknown, but I think it's going to range anywhere from 30 to 60k, kind of like what people are saying right now. So again, check out the loot videos on YouTube, check out the OSRS wiki to see what that chest actually is going to give. Heading north and then east will let you enter the Red Dragon lair. Inside of this lair, there's pretty much really simply nothing else other than red dragons and baby red dragons. Now the thing is, you're going to unlock a room in a bit here, which will actually let you use your bones on an altar and use your hides that you get here, and you can tan the hides. So this actually is going to be a very, very good room, especially for ultimate Iron Man. But we're going to go over how to unlock that room just here in a bit, but that room itself is really just mainly for red dragons and baby red dragons. That strange floor shortcut you guys just saw me take requires 75 agility, and once you hop over it, you follow a passage that brings you back to the northern section of the dungeon. North of the temple library where we just were is this thing called a broken sun altar and a regular altar which you guys can restore your prayer at. But the main thing here is a guy called Albertus. Albertus at the moment is possessed. If you guys talk to him, he's going to go absolutely crazy. He's going to drop a thing for you called the temple coin. While talking to him, you're going to have an option that says, since it's valuable, I guess I'll have to kill you for it, and then you guys can enter into a dangerous fight where you guys are actually going to lose your items if you die here. But in my case, I just prayed melee, prayed piety, and I killed him with my dragon claws and my hosta. It was a pretty quick fight, but it actually can be a bit dangerous if you're a lower level. He turns into this thing called a shaded beast. It looked pretty cool, I'm not going to lie, but the fight itself wasn't too bad. Once you kill the beast, he's going to drop a temple coin. Now this temple coin is the reason that Mr. Albertus was possessed in the first place, and he's really happy that you finally got him out of the trap. His friend Aiden, however, is still trapped in the crypt that they are originally exploring. So if you guys remember that stone relief that we talked about earlier on in the video, this temple coin is what opens it up. So once you guys have the temple coin, head back to that stone relief and you guys can see what it unlocks. After unlocking the stone relief with the temple coin, you're going to find a guy called Aiden. Now, Aiden is actually a guy who can tan hides. Of all places, you're wondering, why is he here tanning hides? Well, it's because just to the south of this room, if you guys remember, is that big red dragon room. And not only does this room allow you to tan hides with Aiden, but it also allows you to use your bones on this altar on the ground here. It actually has 3 times the prayer experience of a gilded altar as well. In order to unlock the sacred bone burner, which is what it's called, you guys need to bring 220 bones and use them on the altar. In this case, I just brought 220 dragon bones. I just ran from the bank and brought them here. It took me like 25 minutes or so to bring all the bones here. It's really not too bad, but once you guys have used all the bones on the altar, you can finally check your faith and unlock the altar permanently. And now, if you guys, want to come here for a Red Dragon Slayer task, or you just want to come here for your red dragons and then use your bones on the altar, use your hides on the tanner, it's actually a really nice place to get all that done. Once you finish that, you are also going to get a temple key from the sacred bone burner as well, and this temple key is what lets you unlock all of the doors inside of the dungeon. If you head back to the temple library and search all of the bookcases in the room, you're going to find yourself the Tome of the Sun, Tome of the Moon, and Tome of the Temple. And these are the tomes you'll need to start the In Search of the Knowledge mini quest. If you guys want to get the pages for these books, you have to kill the monsters inside of the dungeon and fill all of the books up. And these are the books I believe you can turn in to not only finish the quest or the mini quest, but also get the XP as well. All right, and that right there is a hopefully pretty comprehensive review of the Forthos dungeon. Most of the things you guys can do inside of there, I think I covered in the video. Again, please let me know in the comments what you guys think of the dungeon. And also, please let me know if I did happen to miss anything. But yeah, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really excited to go on my Iron Man and do a lot of the stuff inside of the dungeon because I think it's going to be very useful. Jagex Husky was the JMod who worked mainly on the Forthos dungeon. He has a really long words from the developer post right here, so if you guys would like to read through this, this is of course on the OSRS news post, which I will link in the description of the video. Splashing is officially no longer allowed in Lumbridge, so all of you guys who train your magic via splashing on your regular accounts, on your pure accounts, whatever account you're making, you can no longer splash in Lumbridge, in specific this area that they outlined on the map right here. Now, the reason that they're doing this is because they don't want new players who are joining old school RuneScape to see all these people in melee armor splashing on a rat not doing any damage. It actually raises a lot more questions than that are answered. So I think that's the main reason they're doing that. So if you guys are looking to splash on your accounts, of course, you can no longer do this on pay-to-play or free-to-play in this region in Lumbridge on your map. If you guys want to meet me or other video makers and streamers at RuneFest, the tickets are now officially available. So if you guys head over to the news post again that I'm linking in the description and click the official RuneFest page, you guys can buy the tickets to head there. And finally, we have the In Other News section. Happy 4th of... That's right, today's 4th of July. I'm American, and it's a British website reminding me of 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to all the Americans in here. Don't forget that the Song of the Elves competitions are live. Submit your lore books, videos, login screen designs for a chance to win some awesome prizes. If you guys want some information, you can click the progress blog here. Click the progress blog here for Song of the Elves. And most importantly, we have the green pixel and the construction skill icon has been found and put back where it belongs. Heading over to today's RuneLite plugin in the 1.5.28 release of RuneLite, you guys can now type !GC and !duels in your chat to show your Duel Arena wins, losses, and streak, and also your Barbasalt high-level gambles. The Clue plugin now supports beginner hot and cold clues, which is the last of the updates from the Clue update from April. The Interface Styles plugin now has an option to replace the left-click cross sprites with the one from RuneScape. The Grand Exchange plugin now has an option to show the total amount of offers in the Grand Exchange. The Prayer plugin can now draw an HD prayer bar, which looks more consistent to the HD health bar option of the Interfaces Styles plugin. And finally, the Metronome plugin now works even when the game sounds are muted. There's also some more smaller improvements here and bug fixes as well if you guys would like to read through those. Thank you again to RuneLite for the update today, and thank you again to Old School RuneScape for the pretty awesome Forthos dungeon update. Thank you to you guys all for watching this video. I do greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed my progress videos while I was gone, and we're going to be back today and for the rest of eternity with these Thursday update videos, and was very humbled by the messages I received from you guys saying that you missed the update Thursday videos. So thank you guys again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like and a comment on the video. Make sure you guys subscribe as well. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one, and peace.
Wow.